Hello, good morning, or good evening whenever you are watching this. I hope you are doing well. My name is Catherine, and today we are doing a special edition book haul. I have a confession. I have a bit of an addiction to special editions of books. Now here's the thing, I do see myself as a book collector. I have always dreamed of having like very much a Belle's library from Beauty and the Beast, of just a room totally filled with books. That is something that I have wanted my entire life. This is not a new development. So I collect books, sometimes multiple editions of books that I already have, especially if it's a book that means a lot to me and that I love. When I see like a book box or someone doing a special edition of a book, I immediately just go, ooh, I want that in my hands. I feel like I have to do a disclaimer because I know that people talk about consumerism and like buying things you don't need and whatever. These things make me happy. They make me happy, and I don't spend a lot of money on other things. I very rarely get new clothes because I just don't really care about clothes. I don't really go out and do a lot of stuff. I like buying books, so this is what I have chosen to spend my money on. Here we are. I have a lot of special editions that I have acquired in the past couple of months, some of which are stunning, some of which, they're there. This is my time to show you all of them. So first, I used to subscribe to OwlCrate. I did unsubscribe to them. I think it was back in like September or October. I can't exactly remember when. I did get a couple books that I had like pre-ordered from them, but they just, their editions weren't really anything special. I didn't totally love them. That being said, I do have a couple of their books from right before I unsubscribed to them / like I had pre-ordered these books, and I do really like them. They're very pretty. The first book / like the last book that I got in a box from them is A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee. This is super pretty white edition. I believe the normal one is black, and then it has these gorgeous silver sprayed edges that I love. Two things about this book. There is a reversible dust jacket, so if we check it out, it has like different characters on there as well as what looks like quotes from the book. I haven't read the book yet. I meant to last October, and then I like fell into a reading slump, so I didn't get a chance to. Another reason why I unsubscribed to them is because the quality of their book became questionable when it's printed upside down. So if you see, this is like, you open it up, this is the front of the book. Like this is right side up of the book. However, it's printed, where's the camera? It's printed upside down and backwards. I didn't even bother contacting them just because I'm like, I'm not gonna display the naked cover. It's fine. I just didn't care enough to contact them. I probably should have, but alas, it is months too late now, so here we are. Despite those flaws, it is still like a very pretty edition, and I am probably going to read it next October when it is spooky season, time for like dark academia. The other book that I did get from them is When the Night Breaks. This is the sequel to Where Dreams Descend. The copy of Where Dreams Descend that I got from them is just so unique and beautiful looking that I was like, I need to have the sequel to match. So I got that, and I'm glad I did because it is so pretty. I absolutely love when it's like a pretty naked cover. I also haven't read this one yet because and again, another reason why I kind of unsubscribed to them is because I like stopped reading fantasy, especially YA fantasy. So why would I subscribe to a YA fantasy box? I did start subscribing to Illumicrate. What are we gonna do? It did start with their Afterlight box, which is their romance box, mostly because I wanted their special editions of Spoiler Alert and All the Feels by Olivia Day. These are two of my favorite books. I wanted these editions because I love the color blocking on this. I don't know, it's like funky but like really fun. And these are the like UK edition covers. I don't know, I really like them. This box is like quarterly, so you don't get as many books, which, because I don't need any more books. The next one was Delilah Green Doesn't Care, a book that I was really excited about. So when I like heard that that would be the book that was included in the box, I was excited. Unfortunately, I don't love I hate the orange. I think the orange sprayed edge is just not cute, especially with the green. I don't know. I feel like that was a very weird choice. There also, on all these, isn't really anything special on the naked cover or anything. Again, unfortunate. But I mean, I'm glad I have this because I really like this book. I have read that one, so there's that. The most recent book that I got from them from their Afterlight box is You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Emezi. And this kind of makes up for the, like, how much I didn't like the cover of Delilah Green, just because it is. These colors actually match and they feel correct as opposed to the orange. I don't know. I still can't get over the orange on Delilah Green. The green cover, cool, because Delilah Green. Why the orange? Why? Anyway, again, it doesn't have any special embossing or anything on the cover. I'm hoping that changes for them because Illumicrate does do really pretty embossing, and I would love for that to continue over to their Afterlight box. Let's go through some of the books that I've gotten from their regular box because I genuinely think Illumicrate does some of the prettiest books. The first book that I got from them is This Woven Kingdom by Tahir Mafi. I haven't read anything by her before, but I know she wrote the Shatter Me series, which is like super popular, and this edition is stunning. This is naked cover, which I love a naked cover. We take a look at it, is this beautiful like gold and silver design on navy blue. Here is the spine and the back with the description, and then the sprayed edges. Like, can we just admire that? On the inside, it has the continuing motif of like the bee, so I can't wait to see what that is about. I think that this edition is just absolutely stunning, and maybe I will do a reading vlog where I read the books that I have from Illumicrate in my attempts to get back into fantasy. Next from their regular box is A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. I actually don't know anything about this book and I haven't read anything by this author, but again, just stunning cover. Here's the spine and the back and the beautiful sprayed edges. I love a good sprayed edges design. Here is the naked cover. Again, just really pretty embossing. I'm hoping that they start to do this for the Afterlight, because if they start to do this for the Afterlight and they stop doing ugly color combinations, I may continue to stay subscribed to them. And then these are the end pages. I am assuming these are the characters from the book. The next book is Gallant by Ve Schwab. Confession, I always say, oh, I love Ve Schwab. I actually only read 2 books by her, and those are Our Dark Duet duology, which I absolutely loved and I feel like is fairly underrated. It's her, like, one of her YA series. I really loved it. I have heard mixed things about this book, which is hilarious. I honestly, I think I am hearing mixed things because it's very different than Addie LaRue. Here's the cover, here is the spine, and here is the back. I just really love this motif. I think it's really interesting, and I cannot wait to see how it plays into the book. And then looking at the sprayed edges, yes, I did actually start. Did I get that far into it? I don't remember I'm gonna have to restart this book. Apparently I got 50 pages into it. My memory is not doing great. But there you go. I love these sprayed edges. Here is the naked cover. It's very pretty. Nothing on the back though. But super pretty naked cover there. Here are the end pages. Oh no, so far Illumicrate has been killing it with the end pages. So I love that. If you noticed a lighting change, that is because I straight up finished filming this video and then I realized I forgot a book, and that is A Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee. I'm so excited to read this one. Let me just start by saying it's a heist novel where they steal things back from museums and return them to their country of origin. Love that. However, I will say the special edition of the book, fairly underwhelming. This is the front, this is the side, this is the back end. Got these yellow sprayed edges, and they're very plain. So I don't know what's going on, why Illumicrate is suddenly doing like very plain sprayed edges, because they've done some just really pretty ones. It does have art on the back of the dust jacket with the characters. I am loving a group heist. And then this is the naked cover, the front and the side, nothing on the back. And then there's nothing really on the end pages. It's a fairly underwhelming special edition as far as special editions go, but I might not have picked this up otherwise because I hadn't really heard anyone talking about this book, so I'm excited to read it. Next, I did get a couple books that were just like one-offs from them. The first one being this copy of Lore Olympus. It is so pretty. It is very similar to the regular edition, but of course we do have beautiful ombre sprayed edges. I love the sprayed edges on this. And then of course it does have a little note. Oh my god, I cannot wait for volume 2 to come out. I just really love Lore Olympus. I'm gonna like reread the entire webtoon because I actually am super behind, but I just want to reread the entire thing. I did also get this collection of Circe and Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. It's a box set. So here is, first of all, the box that it comes in, which is, first of all, stunning. And then looking at the books themselves, so they're both naked covers. This is the copy of Circe. It has the same basic design as the regular edition of Circe, but of course it is gold and embossed. On the spine, it does have a quote saying "Rare moments when another soul dips near you," which, oh god, I love this book so much. This is the design of the end pages. Super pretty, and of course signed. And then this is the copy of Song of Achilles. Again, similar basic design, but the embossed gold. Oh, so stunning. And it has the quote, "I would know him in death at the end of the world." That make me cry. And these are the end pages. And of course it is also signed by Madeline Miller. I have a couple other Illumicrate books that I've gotten, but we're going to talk about those in a moment. Before that though, I did subscribe to the Fairyloot adult box. They started doing adult fantasy, and I was just super excited, and it's book only, so it's not as much as their like regular YA, although their YA editions are stunning. Again, I'm just not reading YA fantasy as much anymore, and I would love to make that transition to adult fantasy. I have gotten all of them so far, but we're going to talk about those. The one standalone is City of Dusk by Tara Sim. I absolutely love Tara Sim's book, Scavenge the Stars. It is a Count of Monte Cristo retelling. This one also has like the piratey vibes, and I am so excited to read it. This is the front, spine, and back. Unfortunately, it's just plain black, which all of Fairyloots have just been plain black, which I know that they do like stenciled spray edges or digitally printed, so I'm hoping that changes soon. This is the naked cover. We have the gold embossing. Just look at the details in that. So pretty. The spine, of course, and then the end pages, which continues the same like skull floral motif as in this. So obviously I'm subscribed to Illumicrate, I'm subscribed to Fairyloot. I'm gonna stick with both of them for a little bit longer just to see which one I end up liking more. However, with both of them, I ended up getting 2 copies of Book a Night by Holly Black. I do also have the regular edition because I went to her book tour because her and Leigh Bardugo were both there, and I was like, Holly Black and Leigh Bardugo in the same room, aka two of my favorite authors. Of course I have to go, and it came with a like personalized sized copy that you can see in the background right there. But both Illumicrate and Fairyloot, Illumicrate, Fairyloot, this was their just regular book of the month. So, okay, starting out with Fairyloot. Some of the details are hard to see because it is more texture detail, which I really like. I like texture. It is plain black, but you can see it is like texture, the rip that is on like the normal edition as well. You have the eclipse right there, which is really pretty. That is the, here we go. Hope that's not upside down. And the back with all the blurbs and everything. It is again just plain black sprayed edges, which hopefully Fairyloot does fix that. Taking a look at the naked cover, again kind of hard to see on camera, but it has this really beautiful like marbling almost, where it's like a purpley black, and just the design is really pretty. Here is the spine, and here is the back, which has the description blurb of the book. What I like opened it up and I like immediately gasped was this drawing of the main character. I didn't know that the main character would be curvy, would be plus size, but look at her. Oh my god, she's stunning. I also am just obsessed with her like tattoos and just the like paranormal ghosty vibes. On the back end pages we have our other main character here. Again, I haven't read it yet just because I haven't really had the chance to. So there is the Fairyloot edition. Let's take a look at the Illumicrate edition. So Illumicrate has the white with the black here. Honestly, not as detailed as the Fairyloot, which is surprising because like the past few Illumicrate have just been so pretty, so I'm just kind of surprised by this. Here is the front. This is just plain white. It's not silver or anything. I feel like it would have been really cool if it was silver. Here is the spine. Oh, my light is blowing that out. And then here's the back. As always though, naked embossing. So pretty. So I honestly might just display it like this on my shelf. This is the spine and this is the back. So if I am looking to display something a little bit different than the other two editions, I'll probably just go with the naked cover because the naked cover is so pretty. And then these are the end pages, which are pretty. Definitely not as pretty as the Fairyloot, so I think Fairyloot kind of wins on this one. I don't feel bad though because those, again, were just part of their like normal book of the month. They were not additional money, unlike another set of books that I have. So you might remember from my December reading wrap-up that I read the Atlas 6, and I was like kind of underwhelmed at first, but then I couldn't stop thinking about it. So like, I don't know what that says about me, but I ended up just being like, I can't stop thinking about this book. I love this book. As a result, I ended up with 3 additional additions to the first edition self-published version that I have, which is now out of print. So I've started quite the Atlas 6 collection. Hilarious. Two of these are beautiful. One of these is the ugliest thing that I've ever seen, and I do regret buying it. So first of all, let's just take a look. We got Illumicrate. This one was an additional. It wasn't part of their monthly box. This was Fairyloot's very first adult monthly box book. Stunning. Both of these are stunning. Let's again look at Fairyloot first. This is the front cover. This is the spine. Oh my god, the white does not like to show up on camera. But there we go. It has like these symbols, very like science-y. Here's the back. That one's kind of plain. And then we got some sprayed edges design. So I don't know why they aren't carrying this through for the rest of the books so far in their monthly subscription. I love this design. Taking a look at the naked cover, we have again the same like motif here of the different science-y symbols that I'm assuming represent the main characters. I am gonna reread the book, and then I really love the design, it has like a very like vintage book feel to it on the spine. On the inside, once again, stunning, just absolutely stunning end pages with character artwork, both in the front and in the back with our 6 main characters. I really love this. However, doesn't quite live up to the Illumicrate edition. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know how much the camera is going to capture, but the holographic on the front, I love the like color of the blue on it as well. They have very similar designs when looking at it. You have like the sword, the eye, the little symbols, except this one, the symbols, again, holographic. Oh, so pretty. The holographic continues onto the spine and onto the back. And of course, these sprayed edges. Absolutely beautiful. I do wish that the design continued onto the top and the bottom. But the colors complement each other enough that like I don't mind that much. But oh my god, it is beautiful. Opening it up, looking at the naked cover again, the holographic on the embossing, and then the end pages, we have the character artwork here. I love that it's different character artwork because it very easily could have just been the same exact character artwork because obviously the designs at the front are the same. It is the same on the front and on the back, so there is that. But I also love that they are in color. Now, as I said, I did also receive the ugliest edition of the Atlas 6, and that is the Waterstones edition. Now, at first glance, you look at it and you're like, Catherine, it's not that bad. You're right, the cover is essentially the same with the black and the gold. So, you know, not the worst. Front, side, back. Same basic concept. However, I bought this because it was advertised with sprayed edges of black gradiating into gold. What I got was neon yellow. Why is it neon yellow? And of course this is Waterstones, so I can't really return the book because it's gonna cost money to send it back to the UK, and I'm an idiot. I have been thinking about maybe just being like, you know what, screw it, and trying to paint this gold. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I can't. I just don't understand. So then you look at the naked, boring plain, but look, it has the gold on the top. Why couldn't the gold continue? There's no cute end pages, and I do regret buying this, but you know, you live and you learn, and I've learned. I've learned my lesson. That being said, I have had some luck with Waterstones. I did get this edition of If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This book, I love this book so much. It's so good. I really love this design on the front. It's plain black sprayed edges, which is fine. The end pages are this really pretty, like old papery look. It is ugly orange. I'm sorry, I just don't like the color orange, and luckily this is more of a burnt orange than the neon orange of the lilac green, but you know. And I did mostly get it because it is signed by the author. All right, there we go. Those are the special editions that I have acquired over the past couple of months. These bring me joy. They make me so happy, except for the couple that I am like, what the fuck is this? What did I pay for? We'll see in the future if I continue to subscribe to both Fairyloot and Illumicrate. We'll see what ends up being like more worth it. I'm gonna give them another couple months or so just to see. You guys tell me which one you think is the prettiest edition that you saw here. I gotta say the Illumicrate edition of the Atlas 6, because that I still cannot get over how pretty that is, and how like it reflects exactly what they advertised, which doesn't always happen. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, bye!